with what Coach Pearson called a turning point in your season again. The first series against Notre Dame. What do you think was the reason for that? I guess just.
I think it just showed that we can play with anyone. I think they were ranked first at the time, so it was once all the younger guys really started to believe that we can play with the number one team in the country. I think that was good for our confidence, and it kind of snowballed off each other, and we were able to sweep Minnesota the next week. So I think the confidence is big.
I know in specific you talked about the game on Friday as being that game where you really proved you could play. What do you do well? I know you outshot them. What were some of the things you were doing?
We just played simple hockey. I think earlier in the year we were trying to be too complicated. Guys would turn it over in the danger zones, as coach calls them, and we're just getting pucks behind their defensemen and going to work and just playing Michigan hockey.
Part of the turnaround, we talked after the Notre Dame series, and you said at that time, before the season, it was just your line of you, Dex, and Coop trying to get it scoring-wise. And then back in that, after the Notre Dame series, all lines are firing from that. What do you think has been the contribution to that?
I think the younger guys are starting to see what they can do, and it's huge for us once they get confidence and they start going. It makes it easier on everyone. I think when you have four lines firing, it's dangerous, and can't win with four lines, so you're going to need all four going. So once they got their confidence going, it was really good for us.
I know one of the big things of the Notre Dame series is that you had Josh Quinn come back from World Juniors and he stepped right in your lineup. What do you think you saw from Josh Quinn that allowed him to just step right back in the lineup and contribute?
Oh, they're excellent players. They're so skilled. Josh has got some size to him. Quinn's skating is the best I've ever seen. So I think, those guys just add a whole. They're so dangerous when they got the puck, so they add a whole another element to our team, and they're a huge part of this team. And moving forward, they're going to be a huge part too.
And now, just with Josh's line in general, you have three really good skaters in Josh, Jake, and Brendan. How do you think that line that complements DMC? What do you think
they had speed. I mean, they get defensemen thinking about where they need to go and stuff. So I think when they're moving their feet and they're going, they get offensive pressure. It opens up everything for all the other lines. So once they're going, getting the pucks deep, hitting guys and skating, it's dangerous.
I know with Jake in specific, I think in the story earlier, Coach Pearson called him Mr. Third Period. He mentioned he had 10 of his 15 goals season to come there. Do you think there's any reason that might be?
I think he's a game time player. When he gets in big situations, he comes up big, and he's moving his feet all game. He's I don't know, it just might be a coincidence he scores them all in the third, but I think he's great all three periods. But he comes up big when we need him, which is huge.
I guess him being an assistant captain as a sophomore, what do you think that says about the way he's viewed among teammates and just the way he acts, like his leadership?
Yeah, it says a lot about his character. I think it says how team first he is, what a good guy he is, and how respected he is around the locker room. There wasn't too many. I mean, I think JT was one of the only sophomores I saw as an assistant captain, and obviously he's doing great. So it says a lot about him, and I'm happy for him.
Do you see any more similarities in specific between him and JT?
There's leaders. I think they want to lead in every situation they're in, and it's a great quality to have in a captain, and he does a great job at it. So I think they both just have that leading quality that is great for captaincy.
I wanted to go back to the series against Minnesota the week after Notre Dame. What was I guess the focus or the mentality in practice before then?
Just kind of like I touched on before, is we can play with anyone. I know Minnesota is a dangerous team, and especially on their ice with the Olympic ice. So I think the mentality was we can do this. We just got to keep this ball rolling. And so the whole week in practice over at the Cube, and we just got our feet moving and played Michigan hockey all week. We've really worked on eliminating turnovers and everything. So that was kind of our mindset.
Was it? Do you think it was maybe different from in past weeks? Was there? What were the main differences you saw in preparing for Minnesota?
I think everything was just faster and harder, and practices everyone was competing more, and it was you could just see a completely different team. Everyone was motivated and really wanted to turn this thing around, because I don't think anyone was happy with where our season was at.
Now what do you think the feeling was? Okay, I'll rephrase that. So last year you went to Minnesota around the same time with around the same record, and you were swept. Was there any motivation from that, like just knowing that this could be your season?
Yeah, we never liked Minnesota. I don't think that's a secret. Just especially playing in their building, I know they gear their team for that building. So just yeah, there's always a bitter taste going in there from previous years. I know my class hasn't done that well in that building in the 4 years, so there's always bitterness. But yeah, we approached it just like we would any other game. But I know just everyone's excitement was a little bit elevated.
Yeah, I know. Coach Pearson mentioned after Friday win that the bus ride over to Mariucci on Friday was very quiet. Do you remember it being that way?
Yeah, I think everyone was like after coming off the sweep, everyone's kind of down or whatever. They kind of they want to get back at it. So I think at this one it was like everyone knew what the feeling was getting swept, so we wanted to make sure it didn't happen again. So everyone was just dialed in.
Was it more dialed in than you remember it being in the past before road games like that?
Yeah, I think it was. I think we were on a mission, and I think a lot of the younger guys bought into that and knew that we're not messing around. We're going to go in there. We're going to do it. So I think it was definitely saw a bit of a change in attitude.
I guess what was the feeling like just after Saturday after having swept them? What was the mood like?
Oh, it was great. It was great. We got that trophy. We took a picture with it, and it was the first trophy we won in the year. So I think that was it was cool. It was just to get something for our success throughout the years. Yeah. It was huge.
How much confidence do you guys? And then after that Minnesota series, you went to Penn State, and then you guys just took off. And then the Rocket. Then you went to swept Michigan State, swept Notre Dame, got that trophy right next to you. Just kind of describe this last couple of months and how have you guys been on fire the past few weeks?
I think a lot of it's confidence. I think everyone knows when to go into a game now that we have a chance of winning. I think, the confidence is huge. I think that's a huge part of anyone's game. When you start to play with confidence, you start to play looser, you start to make better plays and stuff. So once we won the first couple games, we knew we had a chance in every single one, and I think that really snowballed, and it's worked out.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it.